So hi everyone, welcome along. My name's Roger Richards and this is spiritualonline.org. So we are here for your part of your spiritual journey and your connection here with the great divine and our Mother Earth and everything in between, our friends, loved ones, our day-to-day lives, trying to make sense of everything and to bring more enlightenment, love and goodwill into the world. All right, so I'm about to lead us through a series of meditative exercises, and everything that we do in this session will be fully guided. And when I say fully guided, well, I get guided too by our collective of spiritual guides who are tuning in above us. So it's very important that to get the most out of these sessions is to be sitting in a zone where it's very conducive to meditation. Take yourself into the zone, and whilst a lot of words and some spiritual wisdom is invariably channeled through in these sessions, is to more so get into the vibration, the frequency and the mood, the power that is behind the visualizations and the words that are shared with us. Okay, so we'll take a little bit of time to create the space and to set our intentions, to then go through and do what I refer to as a chakra opening exercise, and then essentially hand over to our spiritual guides to see what comes through. So there'll be time for some Q&A, some sharing. So any questions that you've got, it's good to fire them away on this platform. And if you're watching this either on a streamed platform or on a recording, which I've edited, and you'd love to join in the interactive component of these sessions, well, you can just go to the website here, spiritualonline.org. And we've also got a lovely community that we are building on Patreon. So you can find me on Patreon as well, join this community. So a long-term vision of this particular platform is to develop a 24-hour, 7 days a week, live interactive platform for all things spiritual. So if you think you might have something to offer, or you might like to be a big part of this, then find us on Patreon and let me know, and we'll see you on here in some of these sessions. Okay, so it's all with the live audience. So we're going to start off now just closing our eyes and just going into a little bit of breath work to begin with. Just got a few people in the weight room, just bring them in. Allow them to get their audio connected. Okay, so they're just settling in. Okay, so the people who've just joined us have just done our little intro, and we're going straight into the session. So welcome along, and we'll have a little bit of a chat as this session unfolds. So just closing our eyes now and going straight into our breath work. So as you're breathing in, I want you to take deep, long breaths in through your nose. Don't sort of overtax yourselves. But as you're breathing in, imagine that you are breathing in light, and that you are breathing in light into the center of your head. Then hold your breath for 3 or 4 seconds. Be very conscious of your breathing, and imagine the light expanding within your head, within your mind. And then on the out breath, just releasing everything of an emotional nature, whether you're in party mode or you've had a heavy week. Just letting all of our emotions just be free of them. Okay, and as we're breathing in light, and breathing light into the center of our head, holding our breath for a few moments. And then on the out breath, again, just trying to neutralize our emotions. Breathing light into the center of our head, holding our breath for a few moments, and also, just letting go of any little troubles, any little issues you've got in your life. And if you can let go of them, and just focus on your breath, you can hand it all over to the intelligent, responsive universe. But if you're holding on to them, the universe isn't free to deal with them. So we're breathing in light. Imagine just the light coming into the center of your head, holding your breath for a few moments, And now on the out breath, just relaxing your muscles, particularly your neck and shoulders. And yeah, one more breath in of the light. And on the out breath now, relaxing the muscles around your jaw, around your cheeks, around your eyes. So we're aware now of a very relaxed physical state. So hopefully just sitting in a relaxed position, ideally with a fairly straight back, to allow the flow of energy through your spine and through your energy system. And because part of this session will be channeled, and we'll be doing also, from time to time we do intuitive and clairvoyant readings on here as well, psychic readings, we need to prepare the space and also to set our intentions to work only for our highest good. So I prepare the space like this. You can use your own words for your own particular room that you're in, but this is how I do it. So Great Divine Spirit, I ask that you shine your light, your love, your wisdom, your presence, and your protection upon our group at this time. And though we are geographically spread across the earth and also across time zones and space, may we be united with our guides in the soul and spiritual realms. We give acknowledgement to the presence of our angels and archangels, our spiritual guides, and other divine and celestial beings who may wish to serve with us at this time. Now you can set your own personal intention for this session right now, and I will set one generally on behalf of the group. So Great Divine Spirit, we come here for our inner development, to awaken the faculties of our soul and our spirit so that we may be more present here on earth with our deeper life purpose, that we may connect more consciously to our life purpose, fulfill it more effectively, learn all of our life lessons and extract all the wisdom that is available to us from our experiences day to day, and in doing so bring more love, empathy and goodness, not only into this world but into all the surrounding dimensions as well. Some of us come here for learning, some for divine wisdom, some for inner development, peace and harmony, some for social and spiritual connection, some for healing. But whatever it is, may us each receive that which will help us on our pathway at this time. Now imagine just around you, around the periphery of your body, in your auric field, just the light, shimmering film of light, just on the surface of your body. And now imagine that auric field of light is becoming purified, in that it is releasing all the forces of your earthly life which no longer serve you, all the environmental clutter and frequencies and impulses which no longer serve you, so that your auric field is just free of it, as if the ashes of what is no longer needed just falls back into the quantum field below you. And then within your own mood now, entering into a mood of reverence, that we are going to enter in to our own holy temple, our sacred space. So a combination of this mood of humility and reverence that is within you, imagine that it is now combining and immersing itself in the light, the pure light of your auric field, and now expanding like waves, like bubbles, right across your room, transforming your room into a sacred place. And now we may also appeal to our gatekeeper to protect the space in which we sit, and asks that only divine frequencies and beings and impulses come to us only from a divine source that serves only our highest good, and may all else be filtered out. Now we shall go through our chakra opening, which is really the portals to consciousness and to our own personal energy alignment. So above your head, your crown chakra, and just imagine this connection to the great oneness, the universes that are around us, the multiverses, and also be aware that these multiverses are not distant, they're not physically distant, they are right with us and also within us. We are part of it, it is part of us. So all the cosmic wisdom and connection with an abundant, responsive, intelligent multiverse, just like twinkling, silvery amethyst bubbles of light, just streaming gently down through our crown chakra, right down through our mind, down through our body, down through our feet, deep into Mother Earth, just like the stream and the flow of universal oneness that is available to us. And we are just with our intention and our will enhancing the flow of that and preventing any blockages of that flow. Imagine it is flowing right down to the earth, connecting our spiritual home to our earthly home, harmonizing with the forces of earth, of Gaia, and this flow streaming back from the deep heart of Gaia, back up through our feet, back up through our being, and back out through our crown into the wide, responsive, intelligent, knowing universe, so that we are connected within and without to the whole as one. And likewise, we are connected to the wisdom and the guides of our friends, of our family, of our loved ones, that we may strive to be in mindful unity with them. Now we move down now to our third eye, and within the centre of your head once more, this beautiful portal of deep blue clear light. Imagine this light frequency within the centre of your head, that you may receive psychic visions and thoughts, transmissions, impulses, inspiration, illumination. And that inside your head is like a movie screen where you may see images and symbols, colours, movement. And just have the intention that you can receive and that you will activate right thinking. Okay, we progress down now to our throat chakra, and a portal of turquoise light right in the centre of near your larynx, but in your centre line. And imagine that you are breathing in the wisdom of the spoken word, the intelligence that resounds through the spoken word, through the sound, through the music of the spheres. And that we also have and activate the power to speak our higher truth, mindful of the needs of others, so that we may have right speech. So imagine that you are symbolically breathing in through this chakra, and be aware of any change in colour or feelings or pictures around you. Okay, and now moving down to our heart chakra, and we are surrounded in cosmic love. So imagine cosmic love now streaming all around us from the angelic world, from our guides, from the universal consciousness itself, and that it may enter into us with our intention through our heart chakra, right in our center line. Beautiful frequencies of rose, pinks, pastel greens. And these frequencies flow into our heart center and then stream right through our body. Essentially healing, replacing, reharmonizing the frequencies that we have breathed in from the environment around us. Within the air that we can breathe in the outer world are the frequencies of other people, and maybe that could be frustrations, maybe it could be anger, sadness, who knows. Now we are replacing it with love, being present in the sphere of divine conscious love, flowing through you, reconnecting, recalibrating, healing. And we move down now to our solar plexus. And in the center of your being, a beautiful portal of yellow light through which your own higher self may be more present as we have raised the frequency of the energy field within us and around us. Sometimes it is not comfortable, or we cannot convert or transmit our higher frequencies into the lower density of Earth, but we have expanded that bandwidth through this work. And now down to our sacral chakra. Imagine just in your abdomen area, lower abdomen area, a portal of orange frequency, of emotions. Sometimes you can sense and feel emotions in the pit of your stomach. It's because there's a portal here. And we have the intention here of becoming more conscious of our feelings and more conscious and understanding of the feelings of those around us, that we may understand them on a soul level. And now going down to our base chakra, portal of bright red frequency. And imagine now that you are breathing in pure life essence from the etheric world. Pure life essence, re-energizing, reactivating every molecule in your body with life essence. That we may move ourselves from a state of survival to that of prosperity, to that of abundant life force and strength and courage. Imagine this courage and this abundant life force and health rising up, back up to our sacral chakra, activating the portals of our own creativity and resourcefulness and soulful consciousness. And raising that up through our solar plexus, connecting to our higher self. Raising that up to a heart frequency of love, embracing all that we do in universal love. Up through our throat chakra, that we may speak words in hearts imbued with mindful love. Up into our third eye, that we may receive with clarity all that will now help us as we are reconnecting to our deeper sense of life purpose. And now extending that back up through our crown to the great universal oneness, that we may fulfill our life in harmony with our own chosen and planned destiny on this life. And as we think, so we may become. So just allowing your mind to have the intention of realigning with the great oneness, realigning with your deep, truthful life purpose, and allowing the frequencies of that just to wash and swirl around you. Now, I've been given a picture here that I wish you to focus on, concentrate on for about 5 minutes. And the image that's been given to me is that of an eye, like a human eye. I want you to place yourself as if your earthly self is right in the center pupil of this eye. And as you are sitting in the pupil of the eye, and you may recall that the pupil of the eye is normally drawn or perceived as dark, as black. But around you is the colours of the iris, then the receiving areas of pure light, and all may stream in from all angles into the place where you sit. And imagine that your whole being is at the centre of your own all-seeing eye. And so you may receive from the multiverse around you, because you have your third eye as well as your physical eye, your mind's eye. Your heart receives, the sacral chakra receives, your chakras receive. All this as the center of your I. I am. I am that I am. We can picture ourselves with all this frequency and light and pictures streaming in to the center of our own I, our I am. And just allow yourself to explore. What if you could see 360 degrees? Not just in terms of space around you, but psychically, in terms of time, in terms of high dimensions. And to be aware of really where you are within the flow of the universe. For you are the I am. Explore this picture in any shape or form, just holding your focus on this theme. Now, as you hold your picture of the I, being at the center of your eye of the universe, your eye of the multiverse. This impression has been given to us by our collective of spiritual guides. Now I'm going to seek to find from them any other wisdom that I'd like to share. So just give me a moment to connect more directly to our collective of guides. So we've been taken into this meditation where we have placed ourselves at the center of a picture of being an all-seeing, all-perceiving I, that I am. with the multiverses around us in terms of physical world, spiritual world, and the ability to see or potentially see through not only space but also time and dimensions. And this is part of the ability of all conscious living beings, not just humans, but all conscious living beings, to be aware of your multi-dimensional being. That for your physical being to be incarnated here upon the earth, the understanding must be that holding your physicality in place are other sheaths or other fields of energy, which are in turn extensions or expressions of consciousness. For all of the universe is conscious, or potential consciousness. And if you consider for a moment your own physical body and how it works, you are, generally speaking, very unaware of what is happening within your body for it to function. How does your nervous system function right now? What is it that gives the intelligence to the forces of your heart and lungs? What is it that enables you consciously to connect your thoughts to your fingers and toes and your limbs? So within your body and around your body and throughout your body is interwoven intelligence, interwoven consciousness that comes and expresses itself in other sheaths of frequency and vibration. And what you see is just the physical emanation of that. And so with all of the events that are in your life, all the events that are coming towards your life, likewise there are energetic fields around them. And as such, they have conscious source, and of which you may become conscious of them. You may perceive them. You may see them approaching you from a future time. Then you may adjust yourself, prepare yourself in such a way that you can meet the flow of these events in a way that is harmonious and more purposeful for you. And the degree of this consciousness, it does not imply that you must be fully awake in your daily awakened consciousness of all that is coming towards you, but merely that other aspects of your being, of your higher self, are preparing the space for you and for your journey through your life. And as you give attention and acknowledgement to these other realms that are around your daily waking consciousness, that you are essentially feeding the potential and the capacity for you to work more harmoniously with them. As your lower conscious mind, or your daily wakened mind, gives acknowledgement and connection and frequencies and opens up the channels to these higher states of being, or these finer states of being, so each layer of your being and the events around you form a harmonious whole and a harmonious flow. And you also become more attuned or more receptive to the wisdom, to the impulses on how to navigate yourself through the events in your daily life, how to absorb, recognize, extract the lessons and the wisdom from it or from them. and then allow the flow of your life in a smooth, progressive way, instead of perhaps repeating the same patterns and the same mistakes over and over. And within such awarenesses, you are also able to take more responsibility and direct control over the way that you spiritually awaken and essentially ascend through the otherwise troublesome and difficult journey through a material world as a spiritual being. So from the celestial worlds we present these pictures and these activations to you, for this is the kind of work that we have undertaken ourselves to reach into your world from ours. And as such, it has essentially become part of what you may refer to as our DNA. And so you are essentially recalibrating and awakening aspects of your own DNA that will carry you on your soul pathway into your future, immediate, intermediate and distant. And in turn create a momentum of awakening for every other living being in your worlds. And we shall leave you with those thoughts, my friends. So we're just sitting in the frequency of these words, of these messages, of these pictures for a few more moments. If you feel that you have a flow of thoughts that you'd like to share with the group, please feel free just to switch your microphone on and share any thoughts. But we will have some Q&A in a few moments. Just to round off this picture of being at the center of your I am, imagine around you it's a very light, gentle, almost crystalline droplets of rain that are essentially cleansing and clearing the lens or the mechanisms of your outer eye. That any limiting conditions that have clouded your all-seeing eye are essentially being washed clean. If you hold this intention, so the process may begin. It's almost as if passing through a very soft cloud of moisturizing light, just taking away residue of limitation, perhaps the residue of blinkered receptivity, and allowing more light or frequency or realizations to enter in to the center of our I am. There's going to be one more visualization for us to do. Is that from the center of our I am, we have been receiving light and vibrations and frequencies from our physical environment, from our spiritual environment, and from other times. And we are receiving that into our center point. Within our center point is our own understanding and our own realization of being a spiritual, loving soul. And I would like you to imagine that as you were looking out into the world, looking into the eyes of others, that you are looking through a lens of love, through a lens of connection, through a lens of realizing the great oneness of us all. Your healing eye for others. So imagine you are looking out now into the universes, but looking through a lens of love, a lens of acceptance, a lens free of judgment, a lens of learning, and a lens of abundance, and a lens of the highest virtues of humanity. And as we send out such virtues, what virtues do you expect to receive back? Now imagine that your physical body is like a magnetic field with the poles of the earth, and that all the frequencies of what we have just visualized and experienced are now entering in, say, through the magnetic field at the top of our head, feeding right through us, then out through the soles of our feet in a perpetual flow as it enters through our head, bringing in the great receptive flow, and as it exits out through our feet, releasing all that which no longer serves us, and allowing the flow to continue through time and through space. Once more, just be aware of relaxed breathing. And we just have another minute or so, just embodying the frequencies. Now, maybe a moment of listening to see if there's any messages coming through from any of your guides. So now just be aware of your fingers and toes. We're just bringing ourselves well and truly back into this physical body now. Be aware of where you sit. Again, be aware of your breathing. Imagine that you are breathing your light body and your etheric body right back into your physical space, into your physical being. And just moving your arms and your shoulders, having a bit of a wriggle, a bit of movement. Good time to have a sip of water. And we're going to go into a bit of sharing, a bit of Q&A for the people who are in our live session. And if you'd ever like to join into our interactive session, just find me on spiritualonline.org. But for now, just going to finish up on this stream, and we'll be back on here the same time next week. Okay.